All right, all right, all right. Got a special guest. No stranger to danger. He been through combat. He survived. He survived New Orleans. This man's certified 4-star general. Don't let the smile fool you. This man is certified. Techie, what's going on with you, bro?
What's up, man? Sly, how you doing, bro? Thanks for
I'm
having
good. I
me
can't
on, man.
complain. I can't complain. You had a good weekend.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I got me a fresh cut, bro. On Friday, man. I went crazy. I went crazy, man. I got me a yo. I got sick of people calling me Ice Cube, man, because I had a fro. I had like a mini fro, and like if you look at my last videos from last week, bro, I had a fro. Everybody was calling me, yeah, Ice Cube doing Linux, and I like, man, I gotta cut this out, bro.
Not Ice Cube
Yeah,
doing Linux.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
man.
I got you here. You want to get some things off your chest. I got questions for you because I want to make sure I'm not going crazy. Where do you want to begin with right now with the current political landscape?
Well, let me just start off with how things have evolved for
Okay,
me
okay.
because things kind of changed up for me. Like I've been um like going through the I don't know, like going down the rabbit hole
Mm,
of understanding politics a whole lot better. Because I'm a tech guy. That's what I've been mainly focusing on for all these years. You know what I'm saying? I
okay.
never really kind of dabbled in politics. You know what I'm saying? I never really looked that in depth into it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like I followed it. I followed the headlines. I followed all that stuff or whatever. But I never looked that deep into it. You know what I'm saying? All I would do was repeat things I heard. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you will see on the news. That's kind of what you would go by. You know what I'm saying? But it's way deeper than that once you start looking into it a whole lot more. And um, that's why a lot of these people are so confused online about what's going on. Like when you start seeing the patterns, like you'll see like well one thing that I started seeing or well I started recognizing was with the manosphere that okay, the manosphere, and this is totally separate from the politics. So with the manosphere, you know, you'll see this in the manosphere, they'll get a hold of a certain talking point. Like certain people start getting a hold of certain talking points. Like it could come from, I don't know, BGS, it can come from anybody or whatever over there. And everybody start repeating that shit.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? It's like
mm,
it's like a I don't know, it's just like a revolving door of just people repeating stuff or whatever and not really looking into the actual data or looking into the actual books that he be talking about to see if
mm.
the information is actually true or not. You know what I'm saying? And just
Yeah.
repeating, it could be a total lie. And these guys are just repeating this stuff. And so I've even seen this in, and this goes to what you were talking about with the with getting into like the black folks or whatever that's just repeating things of like they happy about the voting rights thing or whatever. I know we're gonna get into that later, but I started dabbling, listening to after I got away from the manosphere crap. I started listening to like some FBA stuff, just going over there listening to it or whatever, and they doing the same thing. They over there just repeating stuff they hear Tariq say. You know what I'm saying? Not really looking into the information behind this stuff, and so everybody just repeating stuff, and it's yeah, I don't know. It's stupid, bro. Like people just need to start looking into the information. That's something I've always said. I mean, instead of just hearing what people are saying and just going out there repeating things they hear, why not go do the research behind it and see if this person is actually telling you the truth. See if this person is actually um, being honest in what they actually telling you. And same thing with politics. You know, a lot of these people on the news, a lot of these politicians, they'll come on there. It sounds like they be talking sweet. They be saying all this, stuff that they're doing, but you don't even know what they really doing because you're not looking into what they actually voting on, what they actually, what policies they're pushing. Like you can see all these people voting histories and all that stuff is public. You
Mhm.
just have to look in the right place. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't know that, bro. Like I never looked that deep into it. Like I said, I've been focusing on my job, focusing on
Mhm.
being professional in my job and like pushing forward with what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. It's just I think people just need to be more politically aware, and maybe it's just something I want to talk about now because I'm seeing it, and I guess I want to let people know that the information is out there and they can get a better understanding of it, so they don't make these ignorant decisions on or start repeating these ignorant talking points that they hear other people saying.
What was the last straw for you that you said, okay, you know what, I have to look into this because now I can't afford to not do so.
Okay, so I brought up the FBA thing. So I was over there and I hopped on one of the panels. And I don't just hop on people panels after like the first time listening to somebody. You know, it took me like a month or so of listening to these people. And then I just hopped up there and I hadn't heard them talk about this yet, but that the first thing they asked me was, okay, are you FBA? And I'm like, I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a descendant of slave or whatever. Um, then they start the next question that came out their mouth, and I didn't hear them ask anybody else this, that because most of the people that was on their panels or whatever, and this was a small channel, um, but I never heard them ask anybody else this. But the second question that came out their mouth, they said, "What tribe you from?" I'm like, "What you mean? What tribe I'm from? I mean, I'm Black American. I'm from what the fuck? What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What tribe?" Uh, and they like, "No, because we indigenous." Like, what you talking about, dude? We from we descendants of slave. What you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? And so it turned into a whole argument about the transatlantic slave trade. And so I was like, man, yeah. I basically went off and it turned into a whole argument going back and forth. And so I just started pulling up the history and started going down that rabbit hole looking, and just trying to point them to the history and trying to explain this stuff to these people, and
Mm,
they just don't get it. Like I'm
mm,
like, okay, I'm Blackfoot. I'm like, okay, bro, I'm done. Y'all stupid, bro. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all stay over there and y'all just y'all just be, Indians or whatever. And it remind me of this meme I started seeing. Like, black people want to be everything but black. I'm like, come on, man. It's like a meme. They got this meme with they show they show the black dude, he in the hotel. No, he in the African garb in the
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
beginning,
four
and then he
stages.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
hotel
yeah.
stuff, and then he in the what's that other stuff? The Hebrew Israelite garb, and then the Egyptian garb, and I'm like, bro, we Black Americans, bro. Just I
Yeah.
mean, come on, man. And so also it started tying into the politics, and people started saying, okay, the Democratic Party has never done nothing for, or hasn't been doing anything for black people. And then I started hearing this more and more. Obama never did nothing for black people. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time I hear that, I would I would say, okay, all right. I mean, I didn't heard about the gay stuff or whatever, him pushing those policies or whatever. So I started recently. I started hearing that more around this these conversations. Like, you know how this that they got that viral video of that young black dude that went and talked in front of these older congressmen or whatever. He hopped on the mic or whatever and was like, "Yeah, if we're not getting any concessions, we not voting." You seen that
Mm, I
viral?
have not. I have
We
not.
not
I
getting
have
any
not.
represent. Yeah, we not getting any. If we not getting a check, we not voting or something like that.
Okay.
Well, anyway, it was a video that it didn't went viral or whatever. Like, this young guy and all these FBA people, they all happy about it or whatever. Like, yeah, yeah, we not voting for and I'm like, bro, so you basically giving up your voting power. And so that's another reason why it seemed like they happy about Section 2 going away. I'm like, y'all don't care,
Yeah.
So
Ma-
but anyway,
Okay.
that was the last straw. I started hearing about, you know, Barack Obama not doing that for black people, and I'm not trying to defend, the Democratic Party or whatever, but if you start looking into it, one party is against black people. and one party is doing things somewhat to help black people. So I mean, it, it is what it is, bro. I mean, you can look at the policies, you can look at the everything, the history, and all that stuff, and judge for yourself, and you can see which one is pushing policies to actually help black people. If that's what your concern is, that's obviously who you should be voting for, in my opinion. I mean, it just so happened to be that's the Democratic Party. I'm sorry you got a problem with them because of whatever issue you got with them. But if that's who's actually helping you and not trying to take away your rights, then I mean, what can I say? I'm sorry. The Democratic Party is actually trying to help you, and I'm not trying to
Okay.
push them, but that's who's actually helping you. And but go ahead.
Well, there's so many layers in this conversation that I want to go over with you. I don't want to leave no stone unturned, and I kind of want to take our
Yeah.
time and just walk this thing down slow roast. First things first, I want to talk about your military service, not so much your service, but when you decided to join, there was no politics involved for you, correct?
Nah, no
Okay.
politics at all.
Okay. What do you say to a 19-year-old now that with all this social media, that's getting all this wealth of information, they finally starting to understand how the politicians view soldiers, and they're like, just a hammer to be used. And now they're like, well, why would I join the military to serve their best interests? When my understanding is serving the military is an honor in itself. To defend one's country is an honor in oneself, right?
Mhm.
So how do you tell an 18, 19-year old to not cross the two? They're two different things.
Um, See, it's kind of a hard thing to say,
Okay.
or a hard question to answer. Um, because on one hand, I want to say, join because um, the only way to make change is from within.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a simple answer from that side of it. But the other side of it, especially if you're a young black man, I would tell you not to join because I'm dealing with this right now with my little brother. My little brother joined um 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
He's a combat soldier, and I want to say what he joined or how he what he joined. Yeah, he joined the army, but he's in a combat unit, and majority of the combat units are predominantly one race,
Mm-hmm.
and so uh, ever since this guy has taken over as the Department of War. He can't change that because Congress has only
They have
the
to
right
prove
to
right.
change that. It's the
Mm-hmm.
Department of Defense. Um, Things have been rolling downhill. That's the way things happen in the military. Crap rolls downhill. It's the other word that they say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So um, all the leadership is pushing down all these racist views, and I wish I was still in to protect them, man, but I can't. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Because I'm a E6. Well, I was a E6, but I can't protect them. But they are putting them through some crap, like um, not promoting him. They doing this to all the black soldiers. They are taking them off lists for schools. And I don't know if Nick Taylor in the chat, but he knows about schooling. I mean, the leadership is bad, man. Now, they like the way it works is okay. If you're a good soldier, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's really three things to do to get promoted in the military. It's three main things to do that you need to do in order to move up in the military. You basically gotta be able to move, shoot, and communicate. That's what I call it. But basically, pass your PT test, shoot, pass your qualification for shooting, and then communicate. So you gotta be able to listen, follow directions, you know, and do what you need to do. Also, be able to train and communicate and help other soldiers, as well as listen to your leadership and follow directions. That's why I call it move, shoot, communicate.
Mhm.
Which they use that for infantry soldiers as well. So move, shoot, communicate. That's for something else too. But that's what I call it. That's the only three things you got to do in the military, and you can move up in rank. But they putting barriers in place for black soldiers now, and so it's really affecting like my little brother going through it. They saying the N word blatantly. You know what I'm
Oh wow.
saying?
Okay.
Like calling him a YN. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that or whatever. And I know they use that language now. You know what I'm saying? But like I get it. That's this Gen Z and all this stuff. But like they just don't care, bro. Like, and the leadership don't care about it. And they, like I said, leadership is actually putting in barriers. Like my brother was slotted to go to a whole bunch of training. I know the needs of the army, but they took him off and put you know soldiers that was in another race, in place of him.
Mhm.
So it ain't like they ain't had a funding or they ran out of funding or something like that, because that could be an issue. You know what I'm saying? And 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 I know it ain't an issue with him, doing what he's supposed to do, because he could do all three of those steps I told you: the move, shoot, communicate. He's
Mhm.
top of the PT in the unit. They got a lot of fat, sloppy mofos in there, that can't do what they supposed to do, and that's not on par with the way he is, and they not sending him to school. They not allowing him to do what, because that's typically what happens in a lot of these units before this dude took office, or before this dude took office. If you doing what you're supposed to do and you passing all that stuff, they will do everything in their power to help you move up. They not doing that now. It don't matter your race, color, creed. They help you move up. They not doing that no more for black soldiers.
Okay. Now I'm ignorant to this, to the military. It sounds like to me it's just another repeat of what's black soldiers. My uncle told me all the stories, his Vietnam,
Hmm.
and then I had a relative in World War II, and it just sounds like the same. Black soldiers had to putting up with the barriers or the lack of support from the white um, the white officers.
Yep. Same
Okay,
exact thing, bro.
so and you say you would not advise young black youth to join the military now.
Nah, I'm on that Ice Cube time. I mean, it's funny they brought up Ice Cube with my hair, but yeah, I'm on that Ice Cube time. Black men don't need to join the military right now,
Wow, I didn't think it would ever get that bad to the point
yeah.
where
Unless you join in unless you go into like a black reserve unit or something, and you know
mhm,
what unit you're going to.
mhm.
I wouldn't advise it. If you're going into one of these infantry units where it's majority, you know, like people of another race, yeah, you're gonna run into issues.
Okay, let me ask you this: why have not black soldiers taken over the armed forces the way the Irish have taken over NYPD?
Most black soldiers, if you look at the demographics, most black soldiers, they kind of have taken over certain areas though.
Okay,
We not in infantry. We're not in combat arms. We not. I mean, we have soldiers there, but it's not a lot. We not special forces. You know what I'm saying? We mostly in sustainment brigades, and that's why if you look at Fort Lee, it's majority black. Virginia. That's why Virginia is black. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? It's a black
okay.
city, like because or it's a lot of black people up there. Fort Lee, Virginia. That's a uh sustainment training center. That's for um, logistics and all that stuff for the army. It's a lot of black people up there. A lot of black
Okay.
NCOs. A lot of black leadership up there. Where it used to be, I don't know what it has if it's changed now, but a lot of black leadership up there, bro. That's where a lot of us contracting and up in that area, that DMV area. A lot
Mm.
of black people, left the sustainment, you know, in the military and got those government contracts up there in the DMV area. That's
Mm.
why it's a lot of black people up there doing that, as well as the government contracts that are up there. So that's kind of where we're dominating, so to speak.
But
GovTech.
okay,
Hmm.
if if you had to pick areas in which you would like to see blacks dominate, would support be one of them? What about the combat applications? Because if we go our history, blacks were the first ones like, I want to fight, I want to join the fight, put us on the front lines, and they all the hell they give them, all the pushback, and they send them out there and they decimate whoever they put in front of them. Germans, Japanese, black soldiers are lauded for their fighting spirit and fighting abilities, and somehow, some way, we've gotten away from that.
Yeah.
And I hate when I see, because I'm all in the special forces channels, man, and when I see one black Green Beret or one black SEAL, I'm like, this is not what happened. Like
Yeah. I don't.
black soldiers are some of the most feared soldiers, on the planet. And
Yeah.
like you said, you wanted to affect the change from it within. Supply is not going to get it done, I don't think. But educate
Yeah.
me on.
Yeah.
So give me areas of the military we should be dominating to affect real change.
I mean, it all depends on what we want to do, and that's the thing. Most black people go in nowadays. They not really trying to go into those combat roles, bro. So it's not really something we want to do. A lot of
Okay.
times, most people most of because see that's the thing. Recruiters know how to recruit certain people. They that like if once you work as a recruiter, you understand how to recruit demographics, and it depends on where you are. If you in a predominantly black inner city, the way they go after black people or black youth is you we can get you some schooling. You know what I'm saying? And then you could go get into whatever. And most of them not trying to go do combat. Most of them trying to go to school. They're trying to pay for school. You see what I'm saying? They're
Mm.
not trying to do that. That's what they appeal to. You see what I'm saying? A lot of those recruiters appeal to that. And then in the other areas of the country, in those white areas, a lot of those white guys that come in, they come in saying, I want an 11 Bravo contract, which is infantry, and I want you to put airborne in the contract. They
Yeah.
come in knowing what they want to
One
do.
exactly. Yeah.
They say if you can't write this in the contract, I'm not joining.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so they have to coax black people into joining. You know what I'm saying? It's like a last resort for black people. If they like for me, I didn't have no option for school. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I would do. You know what I'm saying? After I got out of high school, I mean, well, I guess I go work this job, but and then my homeboy was like, "Hey, I'm I was looking into the army or whatever," and I'm like, "Okay, what that's is how that look? They pay for school." I'm like, "Oh well, I wanted to go to school." You know what I'm saying? So let me check it out. Let me talk to your recruiter. Give him my information. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
Yeah.
ended up joining. It wasn't no, oh, I'm trying to go fight. I mean, I had seen 9/11 a year before. I wasn't trying to go over to no Afghanistan and run through the desert. It just ended up that way, but I wasn't trying to go over there for that.
Well, it's funny you say that because I listened to all your peers that came from 9/11 that did and they said the first as soon as they saw those buildings, they was like, "Oh, I'm signing up." I mean, they felt patriotic and they're like, "I'm gonna do my part. We're gonna pay back," um, and that was their motivation.
Bro, we are still trying to survive in the hood, bro.
Okay, okay,
So that's I mean, I get it. That's New York. I get it. That's the U.S. or whatever, and that's part of our country, and we should feel patriotic. But this country, um, I mean, we still down there, especially down there, we still look at it like this country ain't doing much for us. Why we going to fight these people over there?
okay. Here's how I'm looking at it. I'm talking about right now, today's climate versus, let's say, Afghanistan versus Vietnam versus the Korean War. I hear a lot of people say, "Well, I'm not going to sign up to die for some." So everyone else before them didn't. You understand? You didn't
Yeah,
die. Your uncles didn't die for Kissinger's war. Your uncles didn't die for Carter's war. Your uncles didn't die for FDR's. What's the difference? That to me seems disingenuous. Okay, you can't help who your leaders are. All you know is, okay, I took an oath to defend this country. It could be a crash out mission, but that's what I signed up for, and I'm gonna do
but
my job.
but see, the problem is we start getting into the lies behind a lot of this stuff.
Okay, okay.
Um, I mean, if you look into what's going on right now, yeah, they using the excuse that Iran has been yelling death to America for 50 years, 40 something years. That's what they've been saying. Why have they been screaming death to America for 40 something years? Most people don't know that.
Mm,
Most people don't know why they have been screaming death to America for 40 something years. And they're not saying that on the news.
mm.
And the reason they're not saying that on the news, because they're yelling death to America because we did something to them 40 something years. And I'm not defending them for doing saying death to America,
Mm-hmm.
but all the fucking lies are catching up with this country, man.
Okay,
Like
okay.
all the issues that all the the which is covert operations and all this other crap we've been doing to these countries that wasn't doing anything to us is starting to catch up with us. Like what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? Like we was effing over them people, bro, back then by doing a coup. They was trying to nationalize their oil. We did a coup, killed out there, and when I put the person that was trying to nationalize the oil into exile and put
Mm-hmm.
the sheik in charge, and he started oppressing those people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they've been screaming death to America all this time. But most people don't know that. They just say, "Oh, this is the country of terrorism. They've been state sponsored terrorism for 40 years."
Mm-hmm.
It's a reason why. It's because you white people been fucking over them for years. It started
Okay,
back then. So I don't know, bro. It's just it's the reason why, man. And I think people are starting to look into the history as well, and they starting to realize that okay, you brought up our uncles, you brought up our grandfathers,
yeah.
like my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? He fought in World War I, World War II. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking into trying to get all his paperwork, and my mother just ordered one of his flags from the VA. Tried to get a new flag from the VA.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know, man. Some of the lies behind some of this stuff, and not World War II, World War I, but I'm just saying, like all this other stuff. I mean, it's
Well,
it's starting to catch up, bro.
yeah, and the
That's the way
best
I'm
way.
starting to see it. Uh
Oh
huh.
no, I'm with you. For me, the best way I could quantify it for people is like, okay, we're both married, and if our wife says, "Hey, this man talking crazy to me," I'm already prepared. I understand. Part of my job as her husband is I have to crash out. There may be a
Well,
time I
yeah,
need to
that's
crash
different.
out.
But that's different, bro. Like that's your family, man. I mean, you responsible
Okay,
for your family. Like
right,
I get
but
that.
some people to take their country as like I have to protect this. And like any other citizen of their country would feel the same way. Would you agree to that?
Yeah, I would agree
Okay.
to it.
Uh, um. Well, last military question. If you would not advise young black folk to join the military, what other options would you advise them to do?
Uh, just start looking into starting businesses if they can. Start looking into to other jobs or whatever you can try to get into because I mean this administration is attacking black people 100%. So um, just look into trying to get jobs, man. And I know they're attacking us, but do what you can to get into these job fields if you can, and that's why I'm doing what I can, through my channel, trying to get people to learn certain skills that'll help them get into these fields. They'll come in. I mean, they can come in with the skills already and the knowledge already
Mhm.
uh, in a back pocket where they can try to be successful, go to school. I know these people pushing, and that's why I say a lot of people repeating BS. That goes back to the repeating BS. They're repeating white supremacist talking points, as well as talking points that are pushed by the GOP and Republican Party, talking about you don't need school. Nah, school is still relevant. You know what I'm saying? Go to school. I'm pushing my son through school right now. It's still
Okay.
relevant.
Okay.
And I get it. Yeah, I mean, it's all this fear about AI taking over jobs and all this stuff or whatever. School is still relevant, bro.
Mhm.
This AI is not gonna be taking jobs like the way people think, and that's a whole nother conversation we can get into um, at a later date or something. I
Okay.
come back on. We can talk about AI in the future,
For
but
sure. For sure.
um, but yeah, I'm pushing my son to go to school, get into this IT stuff, just like what I'm doing. I haven't lost my job. I know a lot of people that's still not losing jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's still jobs out here. It's still growing. I'm still seeing new people getting hired. Some people getting laid off, but I still see people getting hired. I see Microsoft laid some people off not that long ago, but it's still people getting hired, bro. Just look into the trends and what they're actually looking for, and just start looking into that type of field and
But
adjust if you
that's
need
how
to.
it's always been. That's what
Yeah,
I don't understand. Like every 10 years, every decade, there's always been some type of hiring trend of whatever industry, and people would if they catch the trends early or they ride the wave, they jump into that until
yeah,
that train is over and they get into something else. So I'm not. I see both sides of the argument, but my thing is okay. Learn to adapt. We've been, no one's staying at a job for 20 years. Those days are gone. Not even 10 years if you stay at a job these days. People are just looking to catch the next wave, get on and get off and get into the next one. So I'm not, it's just kind of like weird to me. Like, why are we not making the adjustments? Why are we not riding the
yeah.
waves with these trends?
Oh, and I seen somebody say in the chat, like the Republican Party not pushing don't go to school. Yes, they are. Like they keep saying that uh like they for one, they change policies on certain jobs or certain fields that are out there. They and then they taking away funding as well. They redoing a lot of the of course the Department of Education. That's high school level, middle school. They refunding all that. I mean, they trying to get rid of that 100%. You know what I'm saying? And that's just gonna affect um, low income areas. That's gonna really affect black people that are in low income areas and other minorities. You know what I'm saying? But they just trying to they basically pushing people not to go to college because they say, I mean, you hear it all the time. They say it pushes this liberal mindset. You hear that all the time from these Republican talk, all these Republican talking points or pundits or whatever, saying that I don't know. I don't know, bro. That's just my thoughts on it.
Well, no, that's why you're here. I want to get your thoughts, how you see it, your lens, your perspective. I'm not worried about anybody else because I got you here.
Okay.
So
Yeah, 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 yeah. And
So
I'm sorry.
okay,
Let
no,
me
no,
stay
you're
out
good, you're
the
good,
chat.
you're good. So let's get to the voting FBA thing now. The usual suspects, Tariq and Jason Black. I keep saying he's hearing them say, "Sit this one out, sit this one out," and I'm like, that's not going to work. Now, I personally don't care what you register as. All right,
Hmm.
most people don't even understand if you register as an independent, you can't participate in the primaries. You can't.
Yeah.
You can only you can only participate when the final four have been selected for you. So that's
Hmm.
that's one thing that they're not telling their people. My thing is, if your vote, if you sitting this vote out was was such a non-factor, or if it is a factor, they wouldn't be going this hard to minimize
To
and
get rid of
mitigate the
it. Yep.
voting power that you do have to begin with. So let's go here. When they say don't vote. I'm waiting on cutting the check, waiting on tangibles. I'm like, that's not going to happen. Now, either you get out here and vote for somebody that you find of your ilk, or you start putting some money in the pockets of politicians to do your bidding, and they're not doing either one. So you're not giving them remedy for anything. You're just telling them, sit this one out. Sit this one out and do what? And wait for what? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's dumb. You're just giving your vote away, or you're just giving, your rights away. Like right now, with the way what they did with Section 2, just explain it to everybody. I mean, they basically watered it down where you have to improve. I mean, you have to prove intent. You know what I'm saying? And intent doesn't equal uh, impact. So if the impact comes out to be, you know, that black people are disenfranchised, in this process, and the people that change the map, just say, well, that wasn't our intention, but it just happened that way. You know what I'm saying? So you basically have to prove that they did that intentionally, and the only way to really prove that is if they say, yeah, we intentionally, changed the map so we could disenfranchise black people. So it basically took away the bite of the Voting Rights Act, and so that's why they're able to gerrymander it and get rid of all the Democratic seats in uh, all these Republican states. So but Democratic states, they gonna fight fire with fire according to certain people. I don't think they are, because they a lot of times they just be talking. They not they don't like playing. They don't like playing fire with fire. Now I know certain people did in certain cases, like Gavin Newsom did. I don't like him, but certain people did. You know, but I think a lot of them people talk because they still get in line as well with the corporate money and all that stuff that they got behind them. So they they still fall in line with what the corporate money tell them to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and then also they try to follow this old school political way. So in order to regain your voting rights and all that stuff, and I mean you gotta vote some of these people out and get people in there that's willing to fight and stack the deck. You know what I'm saying? Like the Republican Party stacking the deck because that's what they doing. And I don't know if I'm answering your question right, bro. I think I done went on a tangent.
No, it's all good. All good.
Yeah, but um, where we was at? What I was, what
Oh
you?
no, we're talking about sitting out the vote or telling
Oh
telling
yeah,
black
yeah,
folks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's just dumb, bro. To sit out. Period. At the end of the day, you just letting these people do whatever they want to do. Um, and it's only going to affect you in the long run because you just letting them do whatever they wanted to do. Because I mean, it's just like them getting rid of this Section 2, issue, and then they did this back. Um, all right, they all right. These people did this. These same people did this back in. Um, and I'm not saying Hillary was a good choice, but this Section 2 voting rights thing, if you look at the history, if a lot of people didn't sit out, we wouldn't have the Supreme Court that we have right now
Right. Right.
at all.
Right.
Because by them not voting for Hillary, Trump wouldn't have got in and nominated or put in what, three justices at that
Mm-hmm.
time?
Mm-hmm.
All those three justices
Mm-hmm.
to stack the court.
Mm-hmm.
And the court should not be like that. It should not be no 6-3 majority. It should not be like that at all. And I know Obama had to do something where had he was doing the right thing by giving them a seat or something, or not putting somebody. It was something he did. He was trying to do the right thing, thinking they was gonna play correctly by not nominating somebody or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they just put a Republican in there again. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and put all three of those justices in there. And
Well, let's walk it back before we got to the Supreme Court's ruling because I think most and we're talking to our people, most black folk don't even realize that most state constitutions have made it illegal or just outright banned blind gerrymandering. So now what you're seeing is Louisiana's governor canceled their special elections, right?
Yep.
And the problem is you're not giving the people the chance to even vote if they want to gerrymander or redistrict their voting. You're just calling up your guy down there on the Senate and say, hey, draw these congressional maps. And it's like your state constitution, I'm pretty sure would say that that's illegal. Florida did the same thing too. They're trying to do what Texas did. And then I'm not trying to make this a red or blue state, but California put the vote in front of the people. And the trend is if you give the people the chance to vote on the redistricting zone, it's not going to be as red as people think.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like they drawing these maps, and that's the thing. I'm starting to hear a lot of this as well because Donald Trump is trending down in the polls a lot, and I'm talking about everywhere across this country, even in those southern states. And you know how we was talking about the blue wave?
Yeah.
I think even if they change these maps,
it's not gonna make a difference.
They're gonna run into some issues.
Yeah.
A lot of they think they're gonna be gaining seats, but I think it's gonna still be kind of even because a lot of people are gonna be voting blue just because of the they falling into the same trap that Biden fell into with the affordability crisis and all that stuff, and then this war in Iran that's causing the oil to go up. Like you can't lie your way out of this. I'm sorry. I mean, Trump been lying since he got in office. You can't lie your way out of people paying. Like I just filled up my gas tank, bro. $70 for what? What was that? 12 gallons or something like that. It's like $5.50 out here. No, you
y'all
can't
shit
lie
that high?
your way
I
out
didn't
of
know it was that. I didn't know y'all gas was as.
Yeah, it's high out here in Vegas. Yeah, it's always like close to what y'all's is. It's always like either a little bit below or right on par with California. But yeah, man, it's bro, you can't lie your way. I don't care what you say on in your little speeches or whatever. You can't lie your way out of people feeling it at the gas pump. You can't lie your way out of people feeling it when they go to Walmart, which is supposed to be cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
you can't
if
lie
Walmart's
your
at
way out of
$5.50, it's all it's all bad. Yeah.
You can't lie your way out of people going there and seeing that that the stuff they normally buy to cook like a cheap meal is costing them almost double now, or at least 50% more. You know what I'm saying? You can't lie your way out of that stuff, bro. Like, so he fallen into this affordability issue that Joe Biden had, and so a lot of people gonna vote against him. And then with this whole ICE situation, so I think this gerrymandering stuff is really not gonna work out in their favor. And then they done woke up a lot of black people in the South with them taking away Section 2, because like you said plenty of times online, these communities online are not that big. These online communities are really not that big. Yeah, you see a lot of people watching, you know what I'm saying, now, but like these hardcore people that watch these people like Jason Black and all that stuff, it ain't that many people that actually like gonna follow everything this dude say or follow everything these people talk about. I mean, just look at the like to view ratio. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got a lot of views don't mean everybody 100% follow what you talking about. Some people just watch it for entertainment, but they still gonna vote whatever they want to vote. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're still debating if we're in a recession or not. We've been debating that for 3 years now.
Yeah,
clearly we've been in a recession. So let's the Trump administration per se. I say, going to your point about people voting, I've always said once it hits people don't pay attention. They don't care until it hits them directly till it's knocking
Yeah.
at their door. And now
Yep.
now you see who really has it like that. Now you
Yep.
really see the separation between the classes, and I think just off that, people
Yep.
will vote the other way just because you've cost me you're costing me my livelihood. You know,
Yep.
anything else outside of that doesn't matter. And get back to your point about the gerrymandering. You know how hard it is to prove racial intent. Even
Yeah.
you need a recording of them saying it on video. Say, yeah, this
Or
nigger gotta go.
email. Yeah.
It's one of the hardest
Something.
things to
Yeah.
prove. Any HR exec will tell you to prove racial intent is damn near impossible. And so for you to try to accuse your state of trying to, well, these are your Republican candidates. Well, I don't want to vote Republican. Well, yes, you do, and you're going to do it because we can. Well, that's discriminatory. Well, prove it. Well, how? And that's it in a bubble.
Yep, and that's why Section 2 was so important. And let me get in my bag right fast and get into
Yeah. Please. Yeah.
Mr. Thomas, the the bad actor up in Supreme Court, man.
Yeah.
He bro, this dude is like one of the worst people from the black community, bro. Like I don't get it, man. Like dude started off as like a black extremist, and then he just did a 180, bro, and just like spent it around and then took a crap in Thurgood Marshall's seat like after he passed away. And I'm like, bro, like I mean, I get it. You don't like black people. I get it. But I mean, you ain't gotta because he said the reason, and the only reason I'm saying this about this guy, because he made a statement after this section 2, um uh after they put out the whatever the lady name put out they statement or whatever. He made a statement saying we didn't go far enough.
That's
I'm like,
nasty work.
bro, what are you
Nasty work.
talking about?
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part about it. Every time, everything he trying to get rid of, he used to get into the position where he is now. He one of them, and I don't want, yeah, he one of them niggas that went through the door, closed that motherfucker, put a damn deadbolt on it, put a chain on that motherfucker. And, I'm sorry, and just went and just nail. You know how when the zombies attack and they be
You boarded up. You boarded up.
boarding it
Hammer and
up,
nails.
yeah, hammer nails, all kind of stuff, bro. This dude here is just, bro, like really everything you did to get to in the position that you are in right now, you use, and because he got into what was it, Harvard, using affirmative action, and now you want to destroy affirmative. Yeah, he one of the reasons affirmative action went away. Like, come on, man. Like, and that's why they need term limits on the Supreme Court. Just, I agree with that. People bringing that up, that this position should not be for life. I'm sorry, there are, and the same thing on the Supreme Court, bro. Like they got all these old, like Virginia Slim or Virginia Fox. She need to go home, chill or whatever, go smoke up Virginia Slims or whatever. All these old people that's trying to tell people in their 30s what to do, in their 40s what to do. You 80 years old, take your ass home, go retire, man. You don't need to be telling people what they need to do with their reproductive rights and what they need to do with their bodies and stuff. And you 80 years old, you went through menopause, and ain't nobody trying to sleep with you, ain't nobody trying to touch you no more. You trying to tell people what to do with their body. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So y'all need to go retire, bro. They need to put term limits on all this stuff, bro. Like these people can't run no more. Like once you hit a certain age or something. Like, come on, man. Like, and then I did a dossier, and see, I ain't got to this point yet. I got a website that I brought up that I built,
Okay.
tracking all of this stuff, because I got sick of people talking about Obama ain't do nothing for black people. And that goes back to what I was saying, which is the FBA stuff. I was just saying, I was arguing with these people. I was like, because I was looking for a place that had all of this stuff in one location, like all of the policies that were passed, all the different things that he actually tried to do. And it ain't just Obama, it's all the different presidents, what they tried to do and what they actually got done. specifically for black people. So it ain't no argument on what they actually did.
Okay, let me stop you
And
right
I
there. That's an
built it. Oh, go ahead.
excellent point. So I would ask the question: who controlled the House and the Senate during these presidential terms? And that'll tell you what was able
Yeah.
to get passed or not. That's how
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
past, well, the president, this, and that. Okay, who was running the House and the Senate at the time they were
And
in
that's
charge?
true.
Okay,
Yeah, and that's why I put all of that in there as well, because the policies matter. You know, who was in the House and the Senate and all that when everything was actually pushed through. So yeah, I built a whole website around this stuff because um oh, and I did a dossier on Clarence Thomas. Man, he been taking money from billionaires, millionaires, and all that stuff. And like I said, I'm just trying to put I just tried to put all this stuff together so black people can go see what these people actually did. And it's got links to the actual sources
did you want
because
to promote the website, the link?
I mean, it ain't that serious. I mean, okay, yeah, I put it up. I mean, it ain't that serious. It's just, I mean, people gonna find it when they find it. Well, I'll put it up. Hold on. It's yeah. Let me share the screen. I'll share the screen because I shared it with a few people just to get feedback. But I don't. I, I think people. I look at it like this: people gonna find it when they find it, and it is what it is. It's because it's gonna it's gonna start ranking, and it already started ranking. But I called it. I just named it
Okay,
EquityStack.org, and it's just an organization site. And I basically go through and I came up with a like a Black Impact score
okay,
that goes through and it looks at everything each president has done when it comes to policies for black people. And so it ain't no lies no more. That's the problem. All these people be lying online. They just be saying crap and it ain't true. And so I went through and I found everything that these people do, put it into a database with the links to the actual sources so none of these people can lie about any of the crap they be saying online. So you can go through and look at all the policies, all the timelines, all the promises they made their actual during their actual campaigns, all the stuff that they said. And I've been tracking all that stuff and I'm putting it and I put all that stuff into a database. Now, yeah, this took me almost 6 months to put together, but I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. Um, and I'm constantly adding data. But this even goes back to the 1800s, where all the way to Lincoln, everybody talk about you know, people talk about the party switch. They saying,
yeah,
oh, the Democrat Party is the people that started the KKK. No, we could prove that that's not the case anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because you
yeah.
could see when all the yeah, you ain't got to share no more or whatever. It's all good. But you can see when all the Democrats started going over to the Republican side and they started pushing they started training all the new people that was coming into Congress to start going in on the Republican side. You can see when it transitioned. You can see it. It took
Okay,
time, but you can see it. Oh,
let
go
me
ahead.
ask you this. Okay, in this right now, in this moment, in this political climate, this moment right now, which is more important, the viewpoint of the majority or the viewpoint of the minority? I ask you because when I hear people, some people say, "Well, it's not bothering me. I'm good." Okay, that may be your reality, but if I ask enough people, I get a different answer. So, whose viewpoint, whose perspective is more important? The person, the few that are say, "Hey, I'm good. No problem. I don't care who they put in office," which should be everybody's mindset. Doesn't matter. You should be able to. You should. I say whoever they put in office, you should be looking for loopholes to exploit. You know what I'm saying, to better your living situation, regardless,
Yeah,
right? But if the minority is like, oh, hey, we're okay, but everyone else is like, no, do you see the price of gas?
yeah,
Because I'm looking for someone to say, well, shit, $5, $5 a gallon ain't shit to me. I'm pushing this. Well, I can't take you serious, or your
yeah.
reality is nothing like mine. So, whose viewpoint is more important?
The viewpoint of the average American, and the average American would be the majority.
Okay.
That's whose viewpoint should matter. Because if you want a strong country, and when I say country, I mean majority of the country, that's what makes a strong country. The majority of the country doing well. Then you have to take care of majority of the country's needs to put them in the best situation possible.
Mm.
So that's why a lot of these other countries, they, I mean, people use these examples. The Scandinavian countries, they got universal health care. They got all these policies and stuff that they put in place, to help people. They got free education. I get it. People don't want to pay more taxes, and then people start talking about, oh, fraud, waste, fraud, and abuse, and all this stuff. Even though Elon Musk went in there and he ain't find no fraud, no waste, no abuse. All he did was steal all our information. That's why a whole bunch of people are filing lawsuits and filing criminal complaints against Elon Musk and Doge right now to um, basically saying that they stole their information, social security information, all that stuff. So anyway, I'm sorry, I digress, and
You
I
good?
know that for a fact because I'm a tech guy and I've seen it. But I digress. Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of these policies and stuff that have been put in place in other countries, they have helped other countries, in my opinion. They have healthier society. You know what I'm saying? People not getting wiped out in debt. Like it's certain people, in this country, bro. You can you know, get sick, and you basically your whole retirement gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In one swoop. Yeah, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Like, and then also, I think about, I have empathy for people. Like, I think about like people in my family, you know what I'm saying, that like I got an auntie that worked 30 years as a teacher. You know what I'm saying? She got insurance and all that stuff. Her husband was a mailman, you know what I'm saying? He was Army, Air Force, all that stuff. He passed away and all that stuff, but she's by herself and all that stuff. And she worked 30 years as a teacher. She got a pension, all that stuff. I don't want the last year of her life fighting with some insurance company that's supposed to take care of whatever medical issue that she got. She's sitting there fighting for the last 5 years of her life, trying to get them to pay for a dialysis treatment that
Mm.
they supposed to pay
Mm-hmm.
for, because they trying not to pay for it to save money,
Mm.
just to let her die. That's fucked up. People shouldn't be able to do that to people, bro. That's evil, bro. And I get it. It's a capitalist society, but that shouldn't be the prior. Money shouldn't be the priority of everything, bro. You should take care of your people first. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like that's what this party is trying to push towards, because everything is about money. I mean, look at everybody that's in this cabinet that's um that's in control of all these departments that Trump has put in charge of. The Department of Education, like what is the billionaire wrestler lady got to
Oh,
do with the
Linda
Department
McMahon.
of Education? Yeah, um, all these billionaires that are just tearing all these organizations down. And yeah, you could say, okay, yeah, these departments are slow and uh, bureaucrats and all this stuff. We're putting our tax dollars into this, and we don't see the benefits of it. Well, why not vote to try to improve the systems? You know what I'm saying, or improve these actual departments. You know what I'm saying? Why not try to do things to improve them? You know what I'm saying? Instead
Mm.
of just trying to tear them down. You know what I'm saying? Or also, um, you raising the budget of we pay we pay more than, what is it, like 5 times higher than anybody else budget in military defense. And I get it. Yeah, we want to be able to control, or not control, but we want to be able to have enough defense to help out all these countries we supposed to be helping and stuff. But it looked like we don't even care about our allies. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And then this whole Iran thing is just getting worse and worse. And Trump started this crap, or Netanyahu started this crap, and he trying to get our allies to jump into it. And people don't understand that how NATO works. So they like, why are our allies working? Why are our allies not helping us? Come on, man. NATO Article 5, if you read into Article 5 is defensive. It's a defensive article. It's made so if any of our allies are attacked, then we come to their defense. And that's for the other countries as well within NATO. So that's why when we got attacked in September 11th,
Mhm.
Britain and all the other allies came to our defense. And we went over and fought the war on terror. We attacked Iran first. Why would they hop into this? You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so he trashing our allies behind that, which is dumb. And I'm like, Article 5 don't, I don't know. And then I done went on a whole nother tangent, bro. So redirect me back to what we was
No,
talking
all
about.
good. Well, refresh my memory. Doesn't Trump need Congress approval to withdraw from NATO?
Yeah, well, I thought you were talking about the actual conflict itself.
Well, no,
I don't know
Pat,
about
man, we're
NATO.
so we're
Yeah,
so
I don't know
past all
about
that.
NATO.
Yeah,
I would have to
okay,
look.
okay. Um, here's my thing with the government and expenditures. Like, I think most Americans understand that there's fraud going on in the government. Like, most people
Mhm.
can live with certain amounts of fraud. That's like kind of expected. But
Yeah.
I was saying like this, but it's so egregious now. It's so in your face, like it's so disrespectful. Now people are like, okay, y'all doing too much, and I think that's part of what's got the normie sitting up in their seat, like trying to like pay attention to it all of a sudden. You know, I think the whole Doge thing really opened a lot of people's eyes. Like, we get it. Like, you kind of expect waste and fraud with the government. Like, duh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's so now they've taken it up to another level, and it's so just in your face. Now it's like, y'all, you're not gonna try to even hide
we
what
do.
you're doing.
But that's the thing. We audit that stuff though, bro. We
Okay.
audit. We have inspector generals. We audit a lot of these departments, man. You can go look at the documentation for this stuff. Like Obama opened up a data, what is it, data.org, and people don't go look at it. People don't go look at the data. It's right there. You can look at the auditing information. It's right there. But back to the fraud. I'm sorry, bro. I don't give a crap about $9 a day some baby mama getting in food stamps when
Okay.
Trump's son is getting $1 million contract, no bid contract
No bid. Yeah.
from the Department of Defense,
Yeah.
um, for a drone contract. Fuck that. And then also we talking about fraud. Let's keep talking about fraud. Okay, Greenland, the Greenland whole thing. Y'all remember Greenland? Y'all remember JD Vance and Trump's sons and all that stuff was flying up there trying to talk about we gonna annex Greenland. I don't give a fuck about no baby mama or some chick or whatever, or somebody getting Section 8 when you got the president of the United States talking about annexing Greenland so his son can get a mining deal because he owns part of the mining contract or the mining company that was going to mine the rare earth crap up in Greenland. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm sorry. I
Right.
don't.
Right.
When you're willing to give your tax money to that, but you got a problem with Section 8, nigga? Really? So I mean, I'm sorry, bro. Y'all not calling that out. When y'all start calling that out, when y'all start calling that bullshit out, when y'all start calling out Trump suing the IRS for $10 million, when you start calling out stupid shit like that, I'll take you serious. Until then, shut the fuck up.
Well, yeah, I've never seen a president go after it.
And I'm sorry. Oh,
No, are you good? I've never seen he's actually suing governmental departments And to me, it's all extortion. It's all a money laundering scheme. Like it's just one. You can't. How do you
This
not
dude
see
think
it?
he a mob boss or something. I don't know
Yeah,
what's wrong with
and
this dude,
yeah,
bro.
just pay this fee. You know, he got the FCC extorting people. With the Paramount and all that stuff, and he had the
Yeah.
$16 tax.
He got his own. He got his own
Yeah.
cryptocurrency that he got people just paying money into to do favors. He trying to open up a damn. I don't know. He was talking about opening up the Gaza Strip and make that a damn. I don't know, bro. These people done lost their mind, bro. He stole a tank. Don't let us forget that. Don't people should not forget that he stole a tanker of oil from Venezuela and sent it to the Middle East. And the Saudis put the money into a bank account that the U.S. can't even see. He sees that
I'm glad you said that.
using the U.S. military, Pete Hegseth. That's why the black dude, the general down in the general that was running the Navy down south,
Yeah,
resigned
that's right.
because they stole a tanker of oil, sent it to the Middle East. They paid them the money or they holding the money into a bank account that the U.S. government can't even see. So if the Democrats take the House and the Senate or whatever, and they start doing accountability, they can't even find that money.
I'll do you one better. So with the business, for all these businesses that are behind on their taxes, and the monies that these businesses are paying, they're going to a Trump account.
Yeah,
They're not even going to pay the debt. They're going into a specialized Trump account. If you're late, for all businesses that are late, behind on this, you owe taxes, your quarterly taxes, all that monies is going into a specialized Trump account. Now ask me how do I know this shit?
how you know this shit? Oh yeah. I know.
Because
Yeah.
that's what they telling them to do.
Yep. I got
You
you.
can't. So you got a business. Hey, you 3 months late. You hadn't paid your quarterly taxes in 2 years. Okay, my bad. Let me cut you this check and get it to y'all so you can credit my account. No, it's going to Trump's account, and you're not going to get credit for it.
Wow, that's crazy. See,
Nasty work.
yeah, that is wild right there, man. And then I'm sorry, bro. I am never asking for another $100 bill when I go to the bank. If that nigga face on that shit,
On the
hell
passports
no.
too. He wants it on the passport.
He want it on the passport
He
too.
wants it on the passport.
Yeah, well, I just won't be renewing mine. Fuck it. I'm playing, man.
You know what? I think
But-
the best case scenario is the Dems win the House and the Senate, and Trump becomes a lame duck president for his remainder time in office. I think that's the best case scenario, and I think you get a Democrat president in 2028. I don't think you're going to see a Republican president for a very, 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 very long time.
I don't know, bro, because of the way they gerrymander. Well, unless we get this blue wave, down
now,
south.
And you know
And
what's going to
they-
happen with the gerrymandering? We're going to be landlocked in lawsuits for the next 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, they get somebody in there with some stones that can go in there and actually reform the Supreme Court because it's been needed. Because all them guys are corrupt, bro. Like a lot of them guys are corrupt. Like even John Roberts, the senior Supreme Court justice, he's been taking money. His wife goes around through law firms and gets her cases put in front of her husband because she's a lawyer too, and so they pay her huge salaries. It's just a way to get around it. They pay her very huge salaries, and she, in exchange, to get her cases in front of her husband.
Okay.
So it's all corruption, bro. And see, that's the thing. Trump loves corrupt people, bro, and because he's a mob. I mean, he thinks he's a mob boss, bro, and that's why he used to be trying to hang with them people in New York. I'm surprised they ain't bust his head because they know he's stupid. But
let me ask you, what should the black voter be do moving forward? What should the black voter be trying to do?
Okay, the black voters should be trying to educate themselves.
Okay.
That's why I built this website that I was talking about. I built this website, and I know I ain't the only one. It's information out there everywhere. That's why I ain't care about promoting it. It's just put out there just for anybody to find it and see uh, the history, so people could quit lying about stuff, and they can find the proper information that's out there for anybody that wants to find it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So um just educate yourself, man. The information is out there. Quit listening to people that's just talking, that's just saying stuff. Or at least if you're gonna listen to people, go research what they saying. Don't just take it for face value. And don't just run with what other people are saying. And that's kind of like my whole goal for talking about this today, because like I said, I've done that in the past, bro. Like I remember when I first learned about politics from my parents. First thing they told me, bro, and I remember repeating this when I was a kid, bro. Democrats are for the poor people. Republicans are for the rich people. That's what I remember, dude, and that's what I thought for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people learn when they first, at least my age. You know what I'm saying? That's how they
Okay.
learn politics.
So let's go there. So it's I don't know. Black folk can break down everything wrong with the Democratic Party since its inception, right? Fine. I would
No,
ask.
they can't. No, they
Well,
can't.
okay, just for the sake of the argument,
Hmm.
I would say, okay, well then give me a list of all the policies that have helped advance black people on the Republican side.
Yeah,
Show me where they've embraced you and welcomed you with open arms. It didn't come with a backhanded compliment or some side deal or some shit like that. To me, I'm it's the same, different
they have
feather,
to go
same
back to
bird.
Lincoln.
Okay,
They have to go back to the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? Because after Lincoln, after Lyndon B. Johnson, the Democrats, it's all been Democrats. I mean, it, and maybe I see it different because I'm from the South and I don't
okay.
understand how these people see the Republican Party as a party that is for Black people. I remember the first the first race I remember actually paying attention to. And anybody my age that's from Louisiana, you probably remember this. Mean Gene, you in the chat. I seen you. You probably remember this race as well. Um, it was the head of the KKK running as a Republican. My man, Mr.
Not David Duke.
David Duke.
Oh, was it him?
Mr.
Okay,
David Duke. He was running
okay,
for Senate or governor of Louisiana. I can't remember, but
okay.
he was high up in the KKK. I'm sorry. Anytime I heard about the Republican Party, it was some KKK member in
He was in
Louisiana.
91. He ran. Yeah, he ran in
Yeah,
91. Yeah.
it was the KKK. It was somebody in a white sheet, somebody that's saying they hate niggas on TV, somebody using the word nigga on TV, and it was the Republican Party. So maybe it's because I grew up in the South and some of y'all niggas grew up in the North, or y'all grew up in New York somewhere, and maybe they were more politically correct up there and it was more subtle or something.
Hmm.
But every time I heard the Republican Party, they didn't give a crap about Black people at all. They were trying to get rid of the vote ever since, and that's the thing. If you go look at the history, ever since 1965, and think about it, you got to be a vindictive person to work for over 50 something years since 1965. A vindictive, evil person to work from 1965 in the background to try to dismantle the Voting Rights Act for Black people. And you fall under the Republican Party. I'm sorry. That if that's not evidence that the Republican Party is not for you, then something is wrong with you. or are you just a rich person and none of this stuff affects you? That's fine. I mean, hey, everybody has their preference. I mean, you vote for whoever you want to. I'm not saying don't vote for. I mean, don't vote. I'm not saying vote for the Democratic Party. I'm not saying vote for the Republican Party. Whatever. Vote for whoever you want to. But if you don't see that the Republican Party is not for you, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a black person, you trying to in the South at least, then something wrong with you, bro. In my opinion, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And maybe it is beneficial locally because there are situations like Nick Taylor, for instance, situations locally where the Republican Party makes sense. So I'm not. And I don't know what that situation is for him down there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
not knocking him for voting the way he votes. So I'm not saying anything bad about the way he votes, so I'm not going against what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I got an uncle down in Texas as well. He live in Freeport, Lake Jackson area. He vote Republican down there, but he don't vote for Trump, but he vote locally.
Yeah, I know a couple
Republican.
brothers down there that
Yeah.
they got big money and they vote Republican.
Yeah.
And I like I said to for black folk, you vote for the candidate that suits your best interest.
that's
The
gonna help
party
you.
allegiance
Yeah,
is what bothers me. I'm like, why are you aligning yourself with the party? The party itself don't give a fuck about you.
Exactly. Because anytime you go to a Trump rally down in South Carolina, anywhere, whatever, if you see think about it, you gonna see the Confederate rebel fighting flag. You gonna see that. So that means then people don't give a crap about black people. And then it tripped me out because I heard a story about this other black dude. He did this job I used to do when I first moved here to Vegas. It's 2007. I used to work for this little small company. I worked there for I did one gig, bro. I worked there for like 2 weeks because I got an IT job right after I just took it because I needed a job. So where you set up platforms and all that stuff for events and stuff like this. But he did this in Florida, where he was setting up the platform and all that stuff, and he did it for a Trump rally.
Okay.
A black dude, and they got called so many N words after the thing to drag to when they was taking all that stuff down, bro.
Yeah.
All them people in their Trump hats and N word, get out of here, and I'm gonna hang you. All that crap they saying, bro. Like the Republican Party does not care about you, bro. So, but whatever, it is what it is. But anyway, do the research. That's my whole point for coming here. Do the research. You know what I'm saying? Whatever works for you, works for you. But do the research, bro. Don't just listen to people. Do the research for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's something I've always said, even in this manosphere space. Everything people say ain't gonna work for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have a different situation. So you should do the research and see what applies to you and make those decisions based on the research that you do and apply it to your situation.
Perfect. Let me stop you right there. Because getting back to the Voting Rights Act, right? This person, excellent point. The Republicans, though, then are not the same Republicans we're dealing with now. So, which is funny, that person said that because so at the time in 65, you had over 82% of Republicans vote for it in the House, and then you had basically 30 in the Senate. These ain't the same Republicans, because ever since they signed this shit into law, they've been trying to undermine it every few years. They try to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is not the same party. So yeah, this is not the same party we're talking about.
Yeah, and that's so true because, like I said, Strom. I mean, most people bring up Strom Thurmond, where he did the longest filibuster.
Yeah,
you know, against it, and he was a Democrat. And the way this is why the party switch took time, because when you're in Congress, just think about who's in Congress right now. Let's just talk about who's in Congress right now. You got Hakeem Jeffries. He's been in the Democratic Party for a while now. That's just the only person I can think of. Or Chuck Schumer. He's been in the Democratic Party for a long time.
Yeah.
If he was to switch parties right now to the Republican Party, guess where he would be? He would be at the bottom when it came to power. They're not finna put him in no high position in the Republican Party. So why do you? That's why Strom Thurmond stayed with the Democratic Party. You have to understand the way that stuff works. They're not going to switch party and give up their power in whatever party that they're in. So that's why it took time for the party to switch. It didn't just happen overnight. It took time
Well,
because, yeah, because they had
no,
to get
well,
new
look how long
people
Trump was
in to build up power. Oh, go
right.
ahead. Yeah,
Look how long Trump was a Democrat. It
yeah,
wasn't time. It wasn't time for
yeah,
him. It wasn't
yeah.
time.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. The way it works in Congress, if you got power, you're not gonna give up that power. He had a lot of power in the Senate,
Yeah.
and in Congress. And so if you switch parties, you're gonna lose power in Congress. And so you're not gonna have the influence. You're not gonna have the positions. You're not gonna have anything if you switch parties, because they're not gonna put you on those committees. They're not gonna put you on that stuff because you the enemy.
You
You
started from
coming from a
scratch.
different
Yeah.
party. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't know if you gonna side with the other party. So we're not gonna put you in no positions of leadership in our party when you coming from the other party. You see what I'm saying? So
Well,
that's
this
why he
is what
stayed with the Democrats and then start mentoring new people coming into the Republican Party, because that's the party that they said, well, we'll just start pushing this stuff on these southern states,
yeah.
and we'll start getting these southerners to vote Republican and push our policies on a Republican, using the Republican platform.
Well, this is what I would ask you and others. I would say, okay, when they switch parties, do they bring those party policies to the new team? Yes or no? And
No,
then
they changed. They changed
exactly.
their,
So
yeah, change change the views, and that's the thing.
exactly.
Yeah,
So I would ask anybody, okay, give me the hints of Democratic programs or mindset that Trump now has, that he's been on the Republican side of Republicans. Where's that hint of Democratism he used to have? And there's no shades or traces of it at all.
yeah, and I
And
think
it's
that
not
was all.
just Trump. It's just a lot of when they switch parties,
Yeah,
they say, we'll shake this whole thing off and we're gonna align to their values.
and see that's the thing. A lot of those guys, and see that, and I don't know. I can't say I know who he is 100% personally. I don't think he was ever a Democrat.
I agree.
I don't
I
think he was
agree.
ever a Democrat. Some of these people, they play that role. Like, they'll play that role, bro. Like they care about people, but they really don't. You know what I'm saying? It's about the money for them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they just playing that role just to get in. I mean, think about all them emails that Epstein. I mean, I don't even know what his party affiliation was, but he had a whole bunch of, you know, uh, crap in his emails or whatever that was, supporting different people from different parties and different affiliations, just trying to, I don't know, navigate. I mean, just a lot of these people, they had a views and they'll support different parties depending on what will benefit them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I mean, if you think about it, his and that's the thing. Another thing, Trump go all the way back to the 70s.
Yeah.
So it was still a lot of racists on the Democratic Party side.
Well, me for one,
It
I
was
just wish
still
we.
it was still
No, I'm
switching
with you.
over.
I just wish we would get away from the blind allegiance. I'm just like, vote for the candidate that's going to best benefit you.
Yeah,
Leave it at that. And then on the flip side, we as a collective, or at least pockets of collectives of us, should be funding super PACs. Should be funding. Hey,
yeah,
we got a guy out of this little bitty ass county. We gonna take him to this to the Senate. It's gonna take us a while, but we got money behind him. That's just
yeah.
how I wish we would approach the voting moving forward.
And this is why, and I don't know if you got this up yet, but this is
I
why,
got you.
another reason why I pulled this up. So, because people be lying, like I said, they be lying. If you go down in here, on this website, bro, and that's why I said I put everything together in one shot. Where do I have uh everything that this president did? So, all right. So here we go. This is his record. This is President Obama record, and most people don't talk about this crap. They just say, "Oh, he did the gay stuff." Okay, I mean, I hear you, but when you start looking into his actual record, He did a whole bunch of stuff, bro, that most people don't even talk about. Ban pre-existing conditions. I done heard people talk about some of this stuff, but not all of it. Ease federal restriction on, I don't know. I mean, it's embryonic stuff. I don't know nothing about this, but I heard. I mean, this was our research dealing with dementia or something like that, or
Okay.
whatever. That so they was. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, bro. But the credit bureau thing that Trump got rid of not that long ago, but that was helping people with their credit card. I mean, with these credit card companies. You know what I'm saying? He put
Right.
that in there, Consumer Protection Act or whatever. Expanded children health care insurance coverage. Reduce the federal crack powder sentencing disparities. He delivered that. You know, I don't hear none of these niggas talk about that. I never heard any. I don't think I heard anybody talk about that, bro. In any of these black spaces. Now he tried to do this housing and foreclosure thing, but it didn't work out for him. But he at least tried, you know, launch a homeowner stability. But he did open up um, availability for more black people to own homes. So I mean, I'm just saying though, the information is out there, and if all you want to hear is, oh yeah, Barack Obama was he was just helping black people. He helped gay people more than just than black people. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know none of this stuff, and all you hear is the stuff that some random person say online. You know what I'm saying? You never go look into what these people did. Then yeah, you're gonna be ignorant as hell. This dude did 16 or delivered 8 things that he said he was going to try to do. And I'm not, and it's not even, I'm not even going to just sit on Barack Obama. Let's go to Joe Biden, where he did more in 4 years than Obama did in
In
the
his two
eight
terms, yeah,
years.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, bro, like go look into become politically educated, or go look into what these people did. And that's why I built this site, because it's all the information is there, and it's linked to the actual sources,
Hmm.
so you can go look at the actual sources, so you're just not taking some random person online word for it, or whatever. So whatever.
Well, let me ask you,
Let me stop. Let's keep
when you
sharing
hear
this.
people say they're disappointed in Obama, what do you think they're disappointed in exactly?
I guess they wanted more because is I don't know. I guess that, some of these people was assuming he was gonna do something directly for black people. Like, I don't know, man. Like, well, I mean, what you expect the dude to do? Like, I mean, this is a white country. These people was getting upset because the dude wore a tan suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
These people wasn't letting this dude get away with anything. And then once they took over the Senate, or the, what was it, the House or the Senate, one of the two, they was trying to block him at every turn. So it
Hmm.
wasn't much he could really do once he got, I think, in the second quarter. I mean, he did what he could. You know what I'm saying?
Do you
And
do you think black folk had unreal expectations for
I
Obama?
think so. I
Okay,
think so. I
okay.
think they was expecting, I don't know, Jay Z to be in and it turned into some big ass black party. Because I mean, if you think about it, the celebrations and all that stuff, they was thinking it was going, because I mean, that's another thing they use for overturning Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. You know
Okay.
that, right? They didn't
Yeah.
say Obama's name, but they used him as basically saying we're in a post-racial
Society or
voting
America. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
society, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
where black people, voted the highest they've ever voted in the last 2 elections. He didn't say Obama, but that's what he was talking about. He was
Hmm.
talking about when black people voted during the Obama administration. But we know why black people voted, because we were proud to see a black guy. It was really a lot about pride, really. And then I think people was expecting, Michael Jordan to come in and win us like 5 rings of reparations, you know what I'm saying? And that ain't happened. And so they just start focusing on, okay, he passed this thing on um gay people doing this, or gay people doing this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he did that, nigga, but look at the shit he actually did though, bro. quit lying. Quit telling people this lie that that's all he did. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't like the gay shit either. And when I would hear that, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? Why would he do that? Why would he repeal don't ask, don't tell? I don't want to hear about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why? I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? That's not nothing I would be looking for. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But once I started seeing him actually helping with uh black people not getting sentenced at the same rate or a higher rate than people with cocaine. You know what I'm saying? From like the 80s with the whole crime bill thing
I
from
mean,
that
yeah,
Clinton
that
had in
the '80s
place.
crime wave decimated us as a people,
Yeah,
man. The sentencing laws, the crack law.
yeah.
Oh my God, yo, yeah,
That screwed over a lot of people. And so
yeah.
that he did something to rectify that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be black people should be happy about that. Like I would think, and I don't know. People start ignoring that. Like, okay, well, I mean, I guess the gay thing is the issue, but whatever, bro. Like, I don't see, and that's the thing, bro. Like, I get it, bro. Some people got issues, and black people got a, we've always had and this goes back to slavery. Uh, we've always had this homophobia thing in the black community where we stay far away from that crap. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I mean, to be honest, that happened to a lot of our ancestors. Them white people was doing stuff like that back in the day to our ancestors, as well as the women and the men and the kids.
Mhm.
All that them fantasies that they doing now with this Epstein crap,
Mhm.
they was doing that to some of our, and I hate to sound graphic and stuff, but that is true. That's why they had them breeding forms, and that's why white men are like 80% of the people with this child pornography stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's still some deviant behavior that they can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to talk about white people, and I'm not trying to go down that road. I'm sorry, but I think it is. You know what I'm saying? But they always have no problem talking about black people killing other black people
Mhm.
like it's not a normal thing in other communities. You know what I'm saying? But this deviant behavior that they never talk about on the news, you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Other than these one-off instances, they never talk about it like it's a epidemic in their
Yeah,
community. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
but anyway, the with the whole, I don't want to go down that route, but yeah, that is historical. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think we have that like straight black men, we have that. I don't know that. Like, man, get that gay shit away from me. You know what I'm saying? We don't rock with none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit away from me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what made it more of a, like something we against. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And we totally against. You know what I'm saying? Like, so um that's another reason why we kind of got an issue with that stuff. So, and I get it. That makes sense. But go ahead.
Has your recent journey? Will you actually? Well, have you entertained the idea of running for an office in your community?
Uh, no. And
You're
that's
not
only
you're not to that point
because
yet.
nah, and that's only because I have a great congressman. And that's one thing that's gotten me real good over the last year.
Mhm.
Um, ever since I stopped coming around this space, I've actually started getting more into local politics.
Mhm.
Like, I know my current congressman, representative Horsford
Okay.
here in Vegas. I've actually talked to him personally, um, and so I've been trying to help out here and trying to see what I could do here
So
locally.
there's like no little position like a comptroller. You don't want to be a county clerk. None of that.
Nah,
Okay.
I mean, I'll help out what I can. You know what I'm saying? And I think I could just do more online. You
Okay.
know, based on what I've already done. And then, I mean, what I'm already doing, more because I already got a platform that's built.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I kind of neglected my YouTube channel over the last 6 months, but I'm starting to get back into it more.
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
Um, and putting out more videos and stuff, trying to get back on it or whatever, and also working with more brands and stuff, so I
Mm-hmm.
could get back on track with that. But yeah, it's yeah, I think I could do more online
Okay.
versus this. Yeah, because like right now, and then another thing, like right now, I've been in contact with a few people down in Louisiana
Okay.
because a lot of this stuff is affecting, like the Section 2 stuff is affecting my parents. You know what I'm saying? And people
Yeah,
down
we're
there that I
talking
know.
whole. You
Yeah,
talking whole blocks of black voting districts will literally be. I mean, you see what they did to
yep,
Jasmine Crockett. Not that I'm a Jasmine Crockett fan, but
yeah.
they wiped her out in 24 hours
Hmm.
once the results came
Yeah.
in. I would love to run for an office in my city, in my town, little city, but it's too many Mexicans,
Yeah.
and I don't stand a chance for one. And for two,
Uh-huh.
I'm too worried about, oh, he's got a criminal record. Let's go ahead and
Hmm.
post it. I don't feel like going through all that shit, man. I don't want to
Yeah.
embarrass my daughter like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to run for an office, but I know how nasty it gets.
Hmm.
And all the mudslinging. I'm like, okay, I ain't built for that shit. But I would
Yes.
one day if I lived in a different area, I would definitely do it. But it's just,
Yeah.
man, it's just it's
Well, you know that actually, hold on. I actually know him personally. Hold on, let me see if I can find this right fast. Um I ain't gonna tell you what it is. Hold on. Let me see if you get, well, let me let you play it. Play this man right
what
fast.
is this
I'm
shit?
gonna see you this in the chat. So just play this. Play this in it. Hold on. Let me see. Guest chat. Just play this on stream, bro. I'm afraid I'm gonna do this. I know you know this video.
Oh, let me
I'm afraid
let
I'm
me
gonna
see.
do this. I'm afraid I'm gonna do this, bro. Cause and the only reason I ain't share it because I don't know if the sound gonna go through or something like that or whatever
Did
when
you
you
post it?
share
Did
and
you post
stuff.
it in chat?
Yeah, I put it in the guest chat. Like
Oh shit! I,
it's
I
a
don't even know
chat
where the hell my
privately
damn.
with
Okay, let me find it.
host on Ecamm in
Okay,
Ecamm.
bro, you think I would be an expert in this,
Oh
and
my
I
bad.
I suck at this damn thing, bro. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Okay, wait there we guess. Okay, there we go. Nope, that's not it. That's chat. Where the
Yeah,
hell
and
is my?
then it should say guest chat. Let me send it again. It might
Oh, I see it. I
highlight.
see. I see that.
Oh,
Okay, I
okay.
see it. Let me see.
Yeah,
Let me see this shit.
yeah. You know what I'm. You
Wait,
know. You know what that is. You just seen it.
wait,
Everybody's
let me
seen this
pull, let me
video.
pull it up.
Yeah.
Wait.
I actually know him
Oh,
personally,
it's not
bro.
available.
Oh, it's not.
Nah, it says
What
not.
the heck?
Let me show you. It says not available.
How is that not available?
Is it
When I
play for you?
just. Yeah. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
share it. Let me share. Hold on. Let me send this other link then. This is weird, bro. Like, hold on. Let me send it this way. Click that link then. Maybe that'll work.
All right. Let me see. Let me see. Copy. All right.
Did that one work? That one work? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
You
See, I'm gonna do that.
stupid.
Happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death. The fuck is that? Yes! I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck? I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out this country, motherfucker. I can't even see me.
Yeah, they go. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah,
Somebody
it's
gonna
go-
say something
yeah,
to
yeah,
me,
yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna go off, dog.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's some
Yeah,
shit. Yeah. It would go left.
yeah. So it's probably not a good thing. I'm thinking about running for office. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man,
but yeah, Isaiah Curry, man. I know it. Yeah,
you know what's
he out
funny?
there in Houston. He
Yeah, in
run out
Houston.
there.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he out
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, if I wish I had I guess taken my youth, my 20s a little bit more serious and not just been so free spirited and flighty, and cuz now like I think about the running for office and stuff, I was like, damn, I kind of hurt myself, being young and stupid, and now this is a time that I'm a little bit more wizened and seasoned, and I would I'd give somebody the business on a motherfucking debate, but I would have loved to experience the whole going door to door, town hall meetings and putting up signs and stuff and say, hey, can I count on your support? I would have loved the whole experience of it, win or lose, but nah, man, I just don't want to. I don't want.
That's one thing I wish I would have did in high school, and that's crazy because my sister did it. She in high school, she was part of the debate team, so
Okay.
she did like law cases and all
Okay.
kind of stuff
Okay.
they did in high school. Um, I wasn't smart enough for that, or I was just joking or something, or playing around in the
Yeah.
in school or whatever. Which I mean, I wasn't dumb, but I just wasn't focused on all that stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I didn't take all that stuff serious.
No,
But
I be keeping an eye on my political landscape. I hit man, it's too many Mexicans, too many Asians. I wouldn't stand a chance.
oh yeah,
I would get washed.
yeah,
I would have to look for a whole nother little county that, and then you gotta register to live there and all that, and register to vote there and whatever to even have a chance to run. But I would get decimated. I wouldn't stand a chance, man.
yeah. California different now, man. Like
It's way different, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's different. Yeah, and and out here is kind of different too, bro. Like they like a lot of black people. Well, a lot of people in general, like a lot of, and that's crazy because the demographics changing because a lot of the black folks in California moving out here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is starting to become a little bit more black again.
Okay,
But at
okay.
one point it was a lot of it was a lot more Mexicans. But yeah, it's a lot of black people moving out here
We're gonna go
again.
somewhere. We gonna if it's one thing, we
Yeah,
gonna show up and be like, oh, we here now. So
yeah,
yeah,
yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
All right, shit. I've had you on for about an hour and 40 odd
okay.
minutes, man.
I think that was all I wanted to talk about too. Oh yeah, and I was just gonna bring up the whole Southern Poverty Law Center thing, how they
Please,
going
yeah,
out.
yeah,
They
yeah.
just
Get
trying
into
to
it.
they just trying to attack everything, black and just trying to discredit. And that's the thing. It's a BS case. It's just really a way to discredit them because one thing that MAGA has been doing, they just been trying to discredit everything
Mm-hmm.
by throwing dirt at the wall. They
Mm-hmm.
just trying to see what's gonna stick. And for they people to just start repeating stuff, and that's what it goes back to the whole repeating stuff, repeating talking points, repeating crap that people say. Because a lot of this stuff that Trump um, has said throughout all these what do you call those things? A lot of those things that he be them rallies. A lot of them rallies. A lot of them people that's hardcore MAGA, they still repeating that stuff like it's true.
I'm
They
glad you
still
said
think
that.
that it's true, but it's
Remember
not.
all, remember all the
Yeah,
black content creators and just even black people in the chat when Trump got in for the second term and they was going to the rallies with the red hats on. I don't see them at these
oh
rallies
no,
now.
not at all. Because they don't. Yeah, they tokens get spent. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Tokens get spent. They don't need them no more. That's why. It was something about who that was. Vivek Ramaswamy. They don't need.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
need him
yeah.
no more.
And that white woman told him, "You Indian. We ain't never voting for
Yeah.
you." What was
Yep.
it? It was Martin Ann Coulter. She said, "We you white? I ain't never gonna
Yeah.
vote for you."
Yeah. And they was talking about how he was sitting in the interview with no shoes on, talking about his feet. Yo, that was crazy, man. And then they started going at Brandon Tatum, like with the whole uh Jewish thing or whatever. But I don't want to go into the small head thing. Yeah, that's not a topic we can go into. But But yeah, he got spit on by them over there.
Yeah,
They was
yeah, he
going in
did.
on him.
Yeah. I'm talking about that's not
Yeah,
how they all represent us, and it was just a minor
yeah,
incident. That ain't no minor. So you got spit on, sir,
yeah,
by a child. Someone's child spit on a
mhm,
grown ass man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, they just throwing crap at the wall, just see what a stick or whatever, and then also, um, I brought up the Project 2025 thing before
yeah, you
they,
on that
yeah,
early.
they,
You all credit to you
yeah,
because you were on that shit early.
yeah, they still trying to push forward with it, and that's the thing that, and most people, okay, this is another point I wanted to make on why the Republican Party is still attacking black people or whatever. I mean, I was going to go into more of what they actually going after, like a couple of the things they already attacked. They attacked, government grants, government research, government, uh, all that stuff for HBCUs.
Hmm,
They
hmm.
they they attacked all the government contracts, and I get it. Some of the MAGA people that still support it talking about, oh well, we don't need that. It's colorblind. You know what I'm saying? If you good, you'll get the contract. And I'm like, bro,
That's not
you
how
know how
it's.
these people work. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna help you with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not gonna
Okay,
be able to get these contracts like you think.
okay. Last question, and I definitely been wanting to get your take on this.
Go ahead.
When I see black content creators try to give advice on how to maneuver and you change your way of thinking. It's not as bad as you make it. It's not as bad as it seems, and you just need to make some adjustments here and there. And I'm like, that's not how life works.
Nah, not
What
at
what say
all.
you to that? Given everything we're seeing right now, and people can people afford to change their lives? Right? Can a
Not
poor person right now, given all the financial wisdom, can they afford to change their lives right now?
unless you have a support system, it's very hard to at this
Okay.
point in time. If you don't have a support system, family, or something to that effect, it'll be a very hard for you to change your change your position. That's why a lot of people going homeless. A lot of people losing their house. I mean, you start seeing. I mean, they got people right now down in Alabama, Arkansas, that's getting, and this is white people too. They getting double they electric bill.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't just gas, gas going up. It's like they getting double their electric bill. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, like their electric bill, 100, what, $300, and then it's $600, or it's higher
Mm-hmm.
than their mortgage.
Yeah.
Some of their electric bills, bro. And I'm talking about people cutting off their breaker to their house. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got no support system, bro, it's like, um to where you can sustain yourself, or if you ain't got no savings, for like a year or so, it's gonna be hard to transition to another, industry, another field, or something to that effect. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So my opinion is very hard, bro. And I get it. I hear people talking about this. Like I was listening on the radio this morning. Uh, this lady was on the radio here in Vegas talking about, yeah, you should follow your dreams. You should do whatever you want or whatever. And I'm never gonna be that person that's gonna tell you uh not to quit your job if you want to quit your job. And I'm like, bro, y'all, you trying to put motherfuckers in in turmoil. They gonna
Yeah.
be in damn in the they got the tunnels out here with the homeless people.
I heard
They be
about it.
living underground.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
getting hot.
Yeah.
It's getting hot too. So it's gonna be the tunnel's gonna be full down there. Y'all better quit playing. Y'all better keep them damn jobs y'all got. Quit playing. Shit. Hey, I'm sorry, man. Don't talking about. Hey, I get it. You want to follow your dream, write a book, but keep that job while you writing that book. I'm sorry. I mean, you might not have enough time, but write that book slowly. You know what I'm saying? But keep that job. Uh, I mean, I
Wait.
get it. Some
Wait. Are they
people,
are they like storm drains? Like, is that what those tunnels are?
Yeah,
Like,
because it don't flood. I mean, when it do flood out here, it flood. You know what I'm saying? If it rain out here very hard, it floods. And it'll flood those casinos like bad. And so they put them tunnels underneath it to get that water. But yeah, the mole people, yeah, they be they be down there, man. They be under that they be under that big chilling, bro. They be pushing their little courts, the Walmart courts. You know, the ones that ain't got that they ain't upgrade yet with the with the thing that stop them from leaving the parking lot. Yeah, they be moving. Yeah, they be in them tunnels. Yeah, making
God
babies
damn.
down there and everything, bro.
Okay,
But
poor people are going to continue to have sex. I mean,
yeah,
you're not. How can you can't stop that? If it's one thing,
nah,
it's two things: drugs or escapism, drugs, alcohol, and sex. That's all they got
yeah.
to take away the pain for the, you just, okay.
And that's the crazy part. They want the quote unquote conservative white women to quit their jobs and start having babies. You know, and marry these conservative men or whatever.
Okay.
But I mean, they still not doing that. They want to
Yeah.
keep their jobs. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
it's not working out how they wanted to work out. Um, Not saying it won't happen in the future, but like you still got all the poor people making all the babies. Like unless you kick out everybody that's not not white,
Well,
which
that's
is don't you
crazy
know I brought up
because,
the whole Trail of Tears thing
well,
like
yeah,
back
I
in the day.
mean,
Like
which
let's
since
just
we're
kick out
talking low
everybody that's
birth,
not
yeah,
black.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking low birth rates. People that have access to stuff don't want to have kids, and yet the people that have
yep.
nothing out here making babies. Like it's
Because it's too expensive. The people that actually have jobs, you don't have the time, and then also you don't make enough money for daycare.
yeah,
It's too expensive. If you don't
yeah,
have a family support, it's too expensive. But I remember when I had my young kids, bro, it was $400 a week for two of my kids for daycare, bro. Um, that was it was more than my car insurance or something. It was whatever, bro. We was paying for that shit. That was very expensive, bro. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And so we could barely afford that. And so um, it was cheaper for my wife not to work. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
so she could watch the kids. So um, yeah, um, I get it. That's what they want. But some of these people, you know,
Well,
they
yeah,
want to
they
follow their dreams. You know what I'm
when I
saying? So
when I used to live in Atlanta, they had 24/7 daycares,
yeah,
and them kids they were full.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was no. It's the graveyard shift. There's no full.
And this goes back to the Scandinavian places, bro. I'm telling you, them people give you them people over there, and then I know people gonna say, "Oh, we'll move over there." Nah, fuck that. This my country, nigga.
That's
I
not the
grew up here.
point.
But
Right.
them people over there, bro, and we supposed to be a first world country, bro. Them people over there, bro, they get time off after having a baby.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
they get maternity leave, all that stuff or whatever, and then also like it ain't no it they get daycare. Like the government pay people for daycare. You know all that stuff, bro. They help the people. So some people got a career to be a daycare. You know, that's their career. That's what they want to do. They want to take care of kids. So
Well,
there
when I
is
look at
that type
here's
of
the
stuff.
thing. I would ask you when I look at other countries and how their infrastructure is set up when it comes to social programs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is that really feasible here? Could that work here? Could free healthcare work here? And we're just talking the basic free healthcare. What's the difference between the pharmaceutical companies and big pharma in Scandinavia, Canada, other countries that offer free healthcare as opposed to the big pharma here in the
For one,
states?
for one thing, it's not about profits. So that lowers the cost of healthcare
Okay.
because each year healthcare goes up and up, bro, to the point where nobody can really afford it.
Right.
And so, for instance, I remember going shit Dubai. I remember going to Dubai, bro, and You can go right to the corner and buy. I mean, you can go right you can go right to a pharmacist and buy whatever medicine you need, bro, and it's cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about getting no prescription.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what you need, you can get it. Like blood pressure medicine, you ain't got to worry about no prescription, and the shit is cheap, bro. If you need, I don't know, whatever, and I don't need no blood pressure medicine. I ain't never had it, but I'm just saying though, like people that needed medicine, they could just go there and buy it because the medicine is cheap. Over here, they trying to make a profit on everything, bro. Like medicine, bro. Any of this medicine, bro, that goes through these insurance companies, bro, they hike the price of that shit, bro. It's like over like crazy, bro. And so it's all about profits, man, when it comes to this stuff. And then all the surgeries and all that stuff, these doctors got to call the insurance company to make sure they can do the surgery.
They can do the
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Before they even cut
yeah,
you open, you know what
yeah.
I'm
My
saying?
dad
And
went
I'm
through
like,
that. Yeah, I know that firsthand. Yeah.
like it's just like it should be about the patient, period. It shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be about no money. It should be about the person. If you concerned about the patient life, or you concerned about your citizens,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? That's what it should be about. It shouldn't be about profits. Profits over people. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, man. That's the way I feel about it. And I get it. Some people, they just don't want to pay tax dollars on certain people. And then that's the thing. A lot of those lies keep getting pushed. They keep
Mm-hmm.
saying that we paying for illegal aliens when that's illegal. They cannot. The only thing they can get is emergency services, but they can't get like federal aid when it comes to that be state funded stuff that
Mm-hmm.
they get. And
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Like if the state is in a deficit, then yeah, we're all funding that. Like
Yeah.
for instance, California, some years they're in a deficit, some years they're in a
On the surplus.
surplus.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, we're all paying for that in certain instances, but that's their policies. That's what they people voted for in their state. I mean, I get it. Some people don't agree with it. Some people don't. But I mean, it is what it is. That's their policies. That's their state. But when your state has a deficit every fucking year,
Mm-hmm.
shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
When you being surplus by the government all the time, like Louisiana, you can never get your books right, and you don't have any illegal aliens there on any type of Medicaid, and you cut all your people off of Medicaid. You got all these work requirements, and you still can't get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you disenfranchise all the black people in your state, and you
Mm-hmm.
still can't get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you still in a deficit? I mean, somebody's stealing. Somebody putting the money where it ain't supposed to be going, or something happening.
Well, I would say this. My final thought is the only good thing about this administration is it just it's finally waking people up to a certain extent, or
Yeah,
now you've seen how corrupt the level of corruption, what real corruption looks like, and how far that they would go to push their agendas. I think for the first time in a long time, a very very long time, people are starting to be like, oh my god, So I guess that's the only good thing about all of this at this point.
yeah, yeah, and that's true, bro. Because like, it's a lot of it's a lot of corruption right in your face
Mm-hmm.
versus other administrations. Yeah, it may have been some corruption under other presidencies and stuff. I mean, I get it. Um, I'm sure it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it wasn't, but um, it's right in your face on this one. You know what I'm saying? And you want to ignore that for a few people getting some health insurance, or baby mama getting $9 in food stamps to feed her daughter. You know what I'm saying? Or a son.
Yeah, I would never be pressed with a motherfucker that get a rack in
Yeah,
food. So I ain't gonna be low key. I'd be like, mm-hmm. But I'm like, at the end of the day, like, you're on food stamps. Like, that's just, once they cut that off, that's it.
yeah. And I'm talking
You
about
know,
these winter is coming niggas from the manosphere. Like that shit's weird, bro. Like y'all niggas be tripping, bro,
they
with that
still
shit.
wait on
Like
it though.
y'all want
They still,
y'all want kids to die. Y'all want kids to to have a piece of bread or something. Like, what the
Well,
fuck? A piece of stale bread. Like,
remember
come
how
on, man.
happy they were when the DEI cuts came and all the black women
Yeah.
they reported
And all the
lost their
black
job. I'm like,
women,
how?
not knowing that affect them too. Stupid.
Yeah, yeah,
And then it's starting to affect other communities too. All
yeah,
those communities, and that's why I think it's gonna be a blue wave too. Because I don't know if you seen Erica post this not that long ago. She posted a picture of me not that long ago that it's starting to affect like these Asians. They getting
yes, yeah.
yeah, they getting high
And
GPAs
they
and
getting
high
denied from these schools.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
getting
yeah,
denied to these Ivy League schools
yeah,
because they ain't no DEI.
yeah, yeah,
They only want them white people. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, bro, hey, good stream, man.
Hey
I
man, great
enjoyed
stream,
myself,
great
bro.
stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to do it again, just let me know. Hopefully, I
No,
don't run
you
into
let
the
me know.
issues
Shit,
again.
I'm always here.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I definitely want to get your take on the AI thing and where is it going and how people should prepare for it, man. You know,
Okay,
definitely.
yeah. Sounds good, bro. Sounds
But
good.
yeah, good shit, bro. Good shit. Man, you don't
For
piss
sure, for
everybody
sure.
off in the chat. Like, goddamn. I'm just like,
Oh,
hey,
I
man,
pissed people off. My bad, man. Hey, it
that's
is
why
what it
you
is,
here.
man.
That's why you come
It's
over
what
here to
it
let
is.
this.
Hey, because I be owning it. Oh, my bad. I'm finna do that
Hey, no,
Boosie.
you
My
can say,
bad.
hey, be
Hey,
one
I got
techie.
my
This is,
Boosie fade too. Just for this stream, dog. I got my Boosie fade just for this
hey,
stream.
I be trying to tell people y'all don't want to see that be one side of techie. Y'all don't want to see that shit.
Hey, I'm playing, man. Hey. But I'll talk to you later, man.
For sure, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yes,
All right,
sir. Peace. All right, it's my man Techie. I know some of y'all was kind of hot in the chats. It's all good. We still family. We still cousins and all. So we can all agree to disagree. So I'm gonna get out of here. Cookies. Oh, real quick update before I get out of here. I want to talk about Michael real quick. I want to talk about Michael out here kicking ass. The Michael movie kicking ass. Okay, Michael, we are sitting at, now I've seen it between 423 and 464. Let me see, Michael. And then it said it went from a 29% drop to a 44% drop. So let me confirm all that stuff right now. Okay, so we're at 423. If I said it, if it gets to 450, we're good to go. We're good to go. Let me see. Michael movie. Second week drop. Second week drop. Sitting at 44%. That's great. That's great. So we're at 423. We're at 423. Mind you, lost all the premium screens, lost all the IMAX screens for Devil Wears Prada 2, and Michael's still out here whooping ass. Okay? So by tomorrow, this number should be about 450, 460 by tomorrow. So I'm happy about this. This thing pretty much should make $1 billion, y'all. This is the second weekend. In 2 weekends, it made this much. In 2 weekends. All right? Once again, still waiting on, it hasn't opened in Japan, and it has not opened in Russia just yet. All right? So I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank my guest, Techie. Keep it Techie. Please go follow, subscribe. I put the website. We're going to go over that website. The equitystack.org. We'll go over that information in a later live stream. So, yeah, where is Devil Wear Prada 2 at? Devil Wear Prada. It said that should end up with like 600 million by the time it's over. Yeah, it's sitting at 233 worldwide. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a 20-year-old sequel. So this thing should cap out about 600 million by the time it's done. But nonetheless, goddammit, we here for Michael. We don't give a fuck about nobody else. Okay, we only care about Michael. We only care about Michael. Okay, this thing is whooping ass. Hey, let me look up the Box office this weekend. Okay. So Devil Wears Prada 77 domestic. Michael did 54 domestic. These are all domestic numbers, mind you. These are domestic numbers. Okay, domestically. Okay. Now this says a lot for Michael being kicked off all the big screens and off the IMAX. For it to only be down and only $20 million with this Disney movie. That shows you the power of Michael. And then next week we get Mortal Kombat 2. So we'll be looking for Devil Wears Prada second week drop off. We're gonna be looking at Michael's third week drop off, and we're gonna look at those Mortal Kombat 2 numbers. Estimates they got estimates between $45 to $60 million, which is not bad. But once again, I only care about Michael. So, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So, great show. I'm happy for the discourse. Hold up, somebody gave me a super chat. I didn't forget. Enlightened Truth. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, but I got you. Thank you for the 10. Black people have been voting for Democratic Party for over 60 years. All they did was scare us into votes while they replaced us with Hispanics and gave everyone else tangibles while we get ignored. I'm not disputing that. Now give me a solution. Give me a solution, because what's not going to happen is they're not going to open up the vault and cut black people a check for reparations or tangibles. It's not going to happen. So give me a remedy. Give me an alternative. Once again, I just wish black folk would stop the blind allegiance to parties and start focusing on the candidates that best align with your interests. That's it. That's all. Okay? So with that being said, y'all bid y'all adieu. Until again, we'll do this again tomorrow.